When people ask me about Nigerian jail, I think that Nigerian jail is very important, and it is important that all Nigerian male go to jail, at least for them to understand the corruption of their country. That even the correction center that is meant to correct people to become better people is also corrupt. So if correction center is corrupt, then what is the hope for those who are even labeled to be free as people? So the corruption is just an hierarchy thing that goes from the government. If you enter Nigerian prison, for example, you would realize that the same way our government is controlling us, the same thing is happening exactly in the prison, and the corruption is sinking to the people who are meant to be corrected. So they become more corrupt in the prison, and that's why those who come out of prison are more dangerous than those who have not even visited prison in the first place. Honestly, that's my view on it. The way they treat prisoners in Nigeria, they treat prisoners like they are condemned people. Now, I'm not saying that prisoners are supposed to be eating shawarma and turkey and all of that. Besides, there are a lot of restrictions of things, like you are not allowed to use your phone. You are not allowed to, to watch TV. A lot of things are taken away from you. But you ask yourself, are these people condemned for life? What is the purpose of you, for example, locking people from 4 in the evening till 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning? And so they have a period of maybe 8 or a few hours or to come outside and move around. And I know sometimes they say it's for security purpose because some people want to escape. Yes, but if it is 8 in the morning to 5 in the evening, these people should be able to move around so that sun will be able to hit their body. Then, so that they will have life. Life, at least they have the right to have life. And one of the things that comprises of us living life is the sun. The sun is more important in people's body because looking at prisoners, a lot of prisoners fall sick. And one of the reasons why they fall sick is because there's no enough sun that can go into their skin. Now, I'm not telling you that I'm a doctor in any stretch of imagination. I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but what I'm saying in essence is this. When people do not have the ability to move around, then they have the tendency to fall sick every single time. And then they have hospitals inside the same prison. And if I tell you what is going on in the prison, you will laugh. One of my experience in Nigerian prison, that the one I went to, everybody know it. The one I went to, there was a time I was falling sick, very sick, because 144 people are inside the cell. And in that 144 people sleep like sardine. So I was privileged to be able to pay for a bed. I no go talk how much I pay to the section 1, and I don't want to go too much. I have to make some payment. And so they gave me one small bed. The hospital bed they gave me, that's full bed. Some people are sleeping, 2 grown-up men will sleep on one. But because I was sleeping there, I was not experiencing the same thing that those who are on the floor are experiencing. But I pity those people. Mosquito come, they bite us. Serious mosquito bites. So I started developing malaria. In the malaria, I will go to the hospital and tell them that, I want to buy medicine. No, please give me medicine. I'm not feeling fine. They will refuse. They say they are not selling medicine. But if I call some boys that are going around there and I give those same boys money to help me buy medicine from the hospital, they will bring medicine for me from that same place. Now, the reason is because hospital is supposed to be free for those who are in prison. But nope. They don't want to sell because they are afraid that probably the government is sending somebody to spy on them. And when you go as a newcomer, that's how they will tell you, go and call your elder, go and call section 1, go and do this, go and get a card. Rather than them to just attend to you that are not feeling fine, they will give you time. Come around 3, come around 12, come around 4. Before you know the day is over, you go back as a sick person. So if care is not taken, a lot of people lose their life there. And this is not me capping at all. People lose their life there. Bad thing again there is the food. When I was in jail for 2 months, 10 days, I did not eat their food. For 2 months, 10 days, I did not eat their food. In the morning, what they give them is like beans. That beans, reach this hand where they go give one person. We go food this hand. If I do this hand like this, come out of this word, where they go give one person, make it chop. And I don't want to say what you will see inside those beans, because I don't know if the government deliberately does it, if the judicial system is aware of it, that's how they are supposed to do, and they don't want people to talk about it. But the beans is so bad that if you eat it first day, everybody who came to jail, say as people they go now, so people they come, everybody will first chop that beans. The kind thing where they do them is not what I can explain with my mouth. So there are certain things that they told me about that they are putting, and I went to where they are cooking and I looked at, we're able to spot some people how they cook those food, and I saw some things that till date I cannot explain. Maybe there will be a better space at a particular time. Maybe possible say myself one day I will get protection from certain people. I will be able to speak up on certain things. When you see the way they treat those food, beans zero. Then Gary, it is the shafts of Gary, not Gary. Shaft, all those long things, whether they take go and do Gary, those ones know they cut. Will be like rope. And then they go mix and give people, say maybe people use and drink Gary. The Gary self, pass like this. One person. So my ration, the one they are supposed to give me, I'll be giving another boy so that one will be able to eat conveniently. That's how I do. So because that one should be able to eat conveniently, sometimes if I want to buy food to eat, those are the boys I will send message. And there are few people who does that too, who are privileged to be able to feed themselves. They say, why is life so difficult? Why are they making things so difficult for people? If the government did not have money to feed the prisoners, because we later discovered in one way or the other by the words we hear, rumor that the dogs that they even use around those prisons are eating better than the people. And it is not a matter of either true or is debatable. Look at the dogs and look at the prisoners. The dogs are more healthy than the prisoners. No prisoner can run better than the dog, except say he never chopped that food. The dogs are more healthy than the prisoners. You go to see people ribs. You go to see people skin, they chop, they eat, come out. And when you look into the stories of some of these people, they've not even committed a crime. They are just still on trial. And it's like, why would you put people that are on trial who have not actually been proven guilty? Why would you put them with hardened criminals, those who are even guilty? Now they will say, oh, there's a different cell. If you're this, you go to this. If you have been found guilty, you go to this. But you make those who they are still going through trial, you make their life hell. And it is now these things that give certain big men that urge to always want to punish poor people. Once they see that you offend them, they just lay stupid accusations. And our justice system is accusation they want. They don't need evidence. Our police system is accusations they want. They are not interested in evidence. They will tell you, go bring evidence. Those are the ones that have fear of God. Small that have fear of God. And it is even very easy these days for inspector to carry case to court without even the oga knowing. And even if the oga probably know, it might be too late. And so the oga might not be able to do due diligence. But even put it this way, if they can't chook money inside the mouth of the oga, he no go ask you, say make you go provide evidence. They don't transfer you to court. And once court don't see you, they don't say before you go get bail, you go pay certain money, get civil servants, get this, get that. All those things will cost you money. You want to give money to bailiff so they go and verify your property, most especially if it tends to be federal high court. So your life will be hell first. The proceedings for you to get bail is hellfire. Lawyer will just, they use you, they chop. Bailiff, everybody go, they use you, they chop. If you no pay, the chances say they no go find reason why you suppose they that prison. It go hard. I think I have certain mission. For me, I think one of my mission is that I want to, since I've been granted bail, I want to increase my YouTube channel. These are my real intentions. My YouTube channel to a certain degree, that I'll be able to make some money and help prisoners, not just to liberate them, because there are these people who are also trying. Some churches are telling you that they will try to help people and all of that. Yeah, there are churches who are doing one or two things, but me, I look at it that psychologically is not helping those people. I think they just feed those people. They kind of come there to feed those people once in a while so that church will be filled. Those ones too will pay offering. There are a lot of things that are going on, and the manipulation is so great. But my intention is that at least we should be able as people to help the cell to be habitable for the people who are in prison. Prison is not supposed to be a place you go to enjoy, but at least it should be a place that you can stay. Stay in a sense that you can have a life to breathe air like human being. You have rights to breathe. You have not been sentenced to death. So when you choke 144 people inside one cell that is not more than maybe 15 feet, and you put 144 people there, 150, 200, how would they survive? In fact, some warders always pity people like, let me not go there, but they pity people. And some of the warders, the prisoners are the ones feeding most of those warders. The warders make more money. And I know, say, this is why my prayer now, I say, make I not go jail. Because if I go jail, hey. But here are my real intentions, that I make money, even if not fun. Sometimes NEPA, they bring lights. Let them have a lot of fans there. I want to raise capitals to do this. I want to plead with Nigerians to help. At least let them see those things that are visible. Say Nigeria now to just come online and tell people that, please, if you want to help us and contribute, if you want to contribute, buy fan and all of that. Most of them, they will think it twice because of the way Nigerians are. And you won't blame them for it if someone doubts you as a Nigerian. But it's something that if you are qualified and you are already doing some of those things, and then certain people, God will put it in their mind also to follow up. So these are my own intentions. I think one of the things that happen in prison mostly is extortion. One of the painful things that happen in prison is extortion. They extort people a lot. You will be inside hell, basically they extort you. And if you cannot be extorted in prison, you will be dealt with. You go wash plates, you go wash clothes, you go do this, you go do that, you go jump. The punishment where they give you, the abuse in prison is tremendous. And the warders will tell you that we don't want to see anybody fight. But they know they are beating people inside cell. People will beat people inside cell. They go bury the matter. The warders will say if they see you that you fight, they will do this. But God, those are garbages. Those are garbages. I think that the government needs to set up a system that can at least people should be seeing what is going on in the prison, in the sense that maybe there are sensitive or sensible cameras that they will put. And I don't know how this can be accomplished. I wouldn't say I have the whole answers, but at least in a ward, there should be a camera that is being set. And the camera should be active, because one of the problems Nigerians have is we do not have the ability to maintain. It is to make we buy camera put for all prison. But to maintain it, for it to be active, at least even if it's camera of solar, put it in a place and to be watching people, let the government, Abuja or whatever, let them have access to be seeing what is going on in each of the prison ward, not just the ones that they put in the front when they enter. They have to do all this because humans are actually suffering. And you ask yourself, what is at the corruption level? Now, there are other things that I see in prison that also baffles me. We understand that alcohol provokes people, and because alcohol actually provokes people, alcohol is banned from prison. Say if people drink alcohol, they fight water, they go beat. Most of the warders where they go there, if they follow inmates fight, despite the fact that those inmates na skeleton, they will still beat you because they be youth. They will remove it. But you ask yourself this question: how are boys seeing money to buy Igbo, colos, weed, pawpaw, and the rest of it? They start taking all these hard drugs. The ones, colos is one of it that is very popular in Ikoyi prison. Once you take out like this, your head could knock, boom, and those people fall. In fact, it damages their brain. They don't think normal, they don't talk normal, they don't act normal. But why are these things finding their ways inside the prison? But alcohol, the one that can make them have fights with the warders, those ones will not come in. So why is it happening? So the government need to find a way to desensitize the corruption of the warders themselves. But because nobody is putting them in check, even if they say they check, nobody is actually putting them in check. And this is making the situation worse for the people who are going to prison. My pain really is not just people who are, who are convicted. You would serve your time as long as it's not that they will kill you. You will serve your time. But those who are still going through trial, 5 years, 8 years, 9 years, there are people who are going through trials in 9 years. I know them. Some murder case. At least the government should have looked at it. If not sentence those people. A case is not supposed to go to court more than 3 years or 2 years. But when you go to court, the court cannot, because they are waiting for you to plead guilty on probably crimes that you did not even commit. And you prolong these people's time there, and these people are not living well. And you don't care how they feed. You don't care how they do. The water they are poor. Toilets. So these are challenges that I have, and I think that these are one of the things that are motivating me probably to go into the political space. But I know political space is full of corruption. So I'm asking, how can I make my own moves to make a change? I don't want to go to church because I don't believe in most of the things that pastor says. So I'm trying to find my ways on how do I raise my own soldiers, not soldiers to rebel, but soldiers to be able to help, at least help people. And if you think say you no go there, sorry for you, because 40% to 30% of people where they go there, they don't do anything true. Some people just they waka. Some people where they work, another person thief, they carry them. 5 people they go carry them put. And those 5 people now to build themselves, they pay 300,000, 400,000. If you even get better lawyer, some of them they go 1 million before you know they would extort you anyhow on your innocence. So we have to be more constructive and decisive, and these are the things that I wouldn't say that I have all the answers to it, but I'm working diligently on it. And I think when I come out with certain strategic things that I think can be implemented and effective, then I will put it out to the world. So my own plea with Nigerians is, as a Nigerian, whether you are in diaspora, whatever, wherever you are, please look into this our country. Invest in certain sense. Don't throw your money away, but invest in certain things that are reliable. Help your brothers and sisters. And mostly those people who, your brothers or sisters, you find them in prison. They are found in prison. Some of you will not pick their call again after 1 month. You don't know the way life is over there. And you would neglect them. When they call you, you begin to turn upside down, do as if you are not seeing their call, block their number. Once you see Ikoyi, some will save your number, Ikoyi 1, Ikoyi 2, Ikoyi 3, if you're in Ikoyi prison. We know them. Neighbors no go pick your call. Most people no go pick your call. Most of them will talk and they begin to backbite on you and all of that. Some would accuse you and tell you, yes, maybe they tell you, they hear what. Wait. If we don't make this place to be a life for them, or we can't give other people hope when they find themselves in situations like this, even when they actually do commit the crime. But if we decide to desensitize ourselves from them and cut off relationship, not because they actually committed one huge crime. I'm not talking about murder cases, rapist cases. Even people who get rapist cases, their family, they won't still help them, because you can't condemn people. We are humans and we make some flaws. And when we find people in this particular situation, at least there should be empathy, if not sympathy. And empathy is in the sense that, okay, people may be calling you and be disturbing you for money, but at least you tell them this is how it is, this is how it is. In a while, show them love. In a while, show them visitation. Because when you are in healthy condition and things are flowing well for you, they sell good, you get more, they do this well for life, or you're going through your challenges, but you're healthy and you're doing fine. You think that showing that small extra love is so big and because it's taking a lot of your time and all of that, and you don't want somebody else to drag you because you have a lot of excuses in your mind, and you kill the humanity inside of you, and you call yourself a religious person, and oh God, blood of Jesus. When we begin to talk about this, I begin to ask, are we Nigerians? We don't love ourselves as people, and we treat ourselves as animals. And then we now complain that the government are treating us like animals. When we can't treat ourselves as one, neighbors to neighbors, people to people, we can't set all those loves together. How would your government do? And besides, you ask yourself, did your government fly from heaven? Is it not part of you people that became a government? And so that's where I think we should stop this now, so that the next one I would emphasize on more of the corruption and the things that are going on. But my intention here is basically to see how we can uplift and make this place at least a habitable place for people to get corrected, not just for them to go through hell. Hell is not the answer to correct people. They will adapt to it. Most of them even adapt to it. But the adaptation, the consequence is when they are released, we will have more hardened people in the society. because we treat them more in the hardened way. Let me share this in here.
Rockstone was my pillow. Hear me now. Yeah, man, me call me stumble like you. Man, see the ground for fool. I do the dance, I'm not coming through. Man, it's never seen a soul black, no dumb, no wrong, no black. Me check me stand up, crazy, it's in a butter. Let this for your body, a gun, and I might see Malia chat. I'm a king with the fun along. He's a Christ, a Rasta man.